Family of a cab driver killed on the job nearly 1 year ago says they're thankful this chapter of their lives is now over. Late this afternoon, a jury convicted 24-year-old Rohb Wilson in the death of 43-year-old Stuart Carson. The Gator City taxi driver was shot and killed near a Northside Park on June 7, 2014. Now his killer could wind up spending life in prison.
On this episode of Nurse Incarcerated, I have the pleasure of speaking with Rohb. He is currently serving a life sentence in a Florida correctional prison. This is his story. Rohb!
How you doing, lady? How you doing?
You a hard man to get a hold of.
Considering the way things are,
You would
but
think,
all is as it should.
considering the way things are, you would think I would be able to get a hold of you, no problem.
Well, considering the way things are, you shouldn't be able to get a hold of me, period, not in this manner.
Look, we gotta do what we gotta do, okay?
Indeed.
How you been?
No one knows that best.
No, we gotta go all the way back. Before we can go forward, we gotta go all the way back, okay? Do you remember how we met?
No, drugs, they do that to you.
Drugs did, oh Lord, Rob, goddamn.
Bro, marijuana kills your brain cells, bro. You be forgetting shit that you just did last week.
Well, damn. Okay.
I think we met in middle school. You wholeheartedly.
You remember me? You remember my spirit, my energy? Is that what you're trying to say?
Absolutely. Now, those are things that I can never forget. Yet, the circumstances surrounding how we met, that's just a little too far.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I don't remember either, but I think
You sure you ain't been on reefer, girl?
No, I know we met in middle school, yes?
Indeed.
Okay. I remember you from middle school. I remember the waves were always on swim. I remember that. I remember you.
Little brush game.
Yeah. I remember you were never in class. You were always
Hold
at
on,
everybody's lunch.
wait.
I'm just telling the truth.
Time out. No. So the question comes into play, where were you to notice that I was there? Yeah.
We're not here to interrupt. I just knew you were at every lunch, okay?
Absolutely. Of course. You see how small I was?
Lunch it was. You were at every lunch.
For two reasons. The food and the girls.
That's only okay. I can see that.
Absolutely. What teenage guy isn't chasing every female that he can find? And what growing male doesn't love food?
Okay, I see you. Okay, at least you had a reason. You weren't just like,
Oh no, I actually enjoyed class. I just didn't enjoy the teachers.
Okay, got you. Well, what kind of student do you say you were?
A student. Wow. I was a pain in the ass for most of my teachers.
Yeah.
And I say that because I felt like I was smarter than my teachers.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like coming from Virginia, our school system is so far advanced than Florida's. I felt like I was too advanced for the classes that I was in. So I did all my classwork, did the tests. I just never did homework.
Gotcha. That's where you messed up at.
And then, like, when I finished the work, I would have nothing else to do. So can I go to the bathroom? And just never come back.
And be gone.
Absolutely. Messing with y'all doors and stuff. Trying to pop into y'all classrooms.
Yep. I would definitely remember that. Seeing you in the little window, like, what are you doing?
Exactly. Trying to get y'all in the hallway. Of course.
Now, okay, you mentioned Virginia. So you grew up in Virginia. How did you make your way to Florida?
Um, how did we get away to Florida? I know we followed. First, my mother came down here.
Okay.
Um, my mom, she was an extremely hard worker, yet she didn't accept help from too many people. She felt like I can't say what she felt. I can say what I perceived for
Okay.
her to feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I perceived that she was too proud to accept or ask for help and looked at it as a weakness. So she did what she had to do, and she felt coming to Florida was the best thing for her and her career working in the shipyard.
Okay. Was there a conversation? Did she like sit y'all down and say, "Hey, we're moving to
Fuck
Florida"?
no. She just scrammed. Like she scrammed. It was like, where the fuck did our mother go? Like this was
Yeah.
like after like 6 months, and like my sister being our mother, it was like, hey, where did mom go? Like we actually had the balls to ask her, and she was like, shit, nigga, I don't know, but bitch, I'm your mama now, and we're gonna make the best of it.
Well, how old were you? How old was your sister, and how old were you when your mom left?
The exact ages I don't recall yet. I remember that I was still elementary school, going into like middle.
Okay.
And my sister, she was still in high school, trying to take care of all of us, as well as take care of our grandmother, as well as take care of everything. And so I ain't gonna lie, like my sister and my mom
Mm-hmm.
are fucking super women, bro. Like, but most of our black men are like, you guys hold. Wow, y'all have so much. Y'all are so strong that
Mm-hmm.
it's unfathomable the type of things that y'all put up with and y'all persevere over. But I didn't know how strong my mother was until later, until I actually had to sit down and like get past my envy, get past my anger, and actually like look at my mother for who she was. And my
What were
mother and
you
my sister were
angry
great.
about? What were you angry about? Were you angry that she just left without any information, or what were you upset with your mother about?
I was angry that my mother was like never like a mom, like a cuddly mom, like a loving mom. Like she was just like hard, like extremely hard. And I growing up, that kind of like made me angry because I was like, damn, like, mom, I don't need you to be a nigga. I don't need you to be the man. Like, it's okay for you to be soft. And like my mother was never soft.
Right.
And
And
it's
that's
like, damn,
again just
I'm
the
like,
situation she was in. Where was your father?
never knew him.
Okay. Did you and your siblings have the same father, or you have a different father?
No, I'm the only one that has my sperm donor. Yet they have their sperm donors, and yeah, their dads were never like a dad to me. My uncle, my uncle was like my dad, and he got taken away from me when I was young. He went and did a fair bit. Then like my mom, she became like everything, like dad, mom, uncle, everything.
Do you remember around the time when you first came to Florida? Like, did she come back for you?
Absolutely.
Okay. Tell me about that.
And when I first came to Florida, it was like, fuck, it's not cold no more. Yes. And then I was like, and then it went from that to, oh man, like these people are beautiful down here. Like just like
Don't do the
how
Virginia people like that. Don't be
no,
doing
no, 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 no. Don't get me wrong. It's like, all right, Virginia's beautiful.
that.
Virginia is Virginia. Yet Florida is just a whole different entity within itself. Like, and then the vast contrast between cultures and backgrounds and ethnicities, like that's what was beautiful.
Okay.
And then like the landscape too.
Now, did you come to Jacksonville, or did you hop around Florida, or you just been in Jacksonville the whole
No,
time?
Jacksonville was all I knew. First, we moved to the west side. I used to go to Jeff Stewart, and then I got kicked out of Jeff Stewart. Mom kicked my ass. Then
Okay,
we
wait.
moved
Let's
to
not gloss over that. Why did you get kicked out?
minding other people's business. Like I didn't like bullies. Like I was always small, so it was like I felt like I always had to pop off first. And then like nobody ever bothered me though. Like I don't know why, but they never bothered me. So they bother other people. I was just always quick to defend somebody else.
Gotcha. Okay. So
So
after
like, that's where
that,
my problem came in. That never minding my own business, and that's why I got kicked out of Jeff Stewart. And then from there, I went to the beach where we met you people.
you people,
Yeah, you fucking mermaids and mermen and stuff. I
a
don't
whole
know.
different species of people out there.
Indeed, very intriguing.
Okay, gotcha. So you went to Mayport Middle, then you went to Fletcher.
High. No. All right, listen. From Mayport Middle,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I went to Fletcher High. And Fletcher High, I got kicked out of all Duval County public schools.
For what?
All right, you
Because I
remember
remember seeing you in high school, and then you were just gone. You were just
exactly. Do
okay.
you remember the security guard we had?
Honestly, no.
All right, look, we
Because I
had
never
a,
had no run-ins. You know,
I
I
know
never had.
we had a white girl that went to our school named Brooke. She was on the
Wait. We
softball team.
can't be saying nobody names, bro.
Bro, all right, she was a human that went to our school.
There we go.
A white girl. And I kicked her in the butt when she was bent over at her locker. And she got
Why?
stuck inside the
No.
locker.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why did First of all, why did you kick her in the first place?
Oh, because me and you remember like my two best friends, like the one with the dreads and like the other tall, skinny black guy.
Uh-huh.
All right, look, we had this thing called 300. You know, the kick off the movie 300. This is Sparta.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yes.
and like anybody we got caught lacking, it was like this is Sparta and kicking your butt. And she was just bent over at the locker and she got stuck inside the locker.
No.
So they had to call the fire department, pop the locker.
Where was I?
I
Was
have
I
no
off
idea.
the
Probably being a good student.
in class?
Probably in class. It's a place that we never were. And like it's like then from there they sent me to Grand Park and it was only 3 people from the beach. And the security guard plus people from West Jacks jumped on 2 of the people that was there, and we just jumped the security guard and the principal and the other lady who came.
Oh Lord. Yeah. So that would get you kicked out of Duval County schools.
Yeah, but they were bothering the beach though. Like there's only 3 of us that represent.
Yeah, I definitely remember the beach versus North Side and all that shit.
Hey, that was so fun
No.
then. But now I see the error in our ways.
Yeah.
That was extremely childish. But back then, it was a great source of entertainment.
Right. You can't let the North Side people punk us. They always think the beach is soft anyway. So.
Nah, we just didn't like the fact that they was coming to take out our girls. Like, no girl from the beach like the guys from the beach no more.
Off there. So you get kicked out of Duval County schools. What happened next?
Honestly, I really like drifted.
Mm-hmm.
I became who I thought I wanted people to believe who I was instead of who I was. Trying to make a persona or image for myself. Yeah, I was horribly misguided.
But why? Like you just didn't want people to mess with you, or where did that come from?
The truth would be, in hindsight, fear.
Mm-hmm.
Fear. And I was more so afraid that if I let people in and to like really give myself over to others, I would just constantly continue to be getting hurt.
Mm-hmm. What are some
And
things
I
that
was
hurt
just tired of
you?
being hurt. So I ran everybody off.
But what was hurting you? Like what was going on during that time?
Not having my father around,
Mm-hmm.
looking at others and seeing just the happy homes and not having a positive male role model in my life, not being able to take my problems to my mother, being afraid that if I did take whatever I was going through to my mom, she'd just tell me just suck it the fuck up and just keep going. Like, I don't know, like I wanted for her to be I wanted for her to be a mother. I wanted for her to be a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got older, I realized that, well, after this experience and actually looking into the situation, I realized that it's way more to a woman than being emotional, being sensitive. And sometimes a woman isn't allowed the opportunity or the pleasure of being sensitive and emotional.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, because your mother, was not there emotionally for you, was there anyone like your sister or your grandmother that you went to when you needed that comfort? Was there anyone available?
My oldest sister and my little sister, actually.
Okay.
Like, like honestly, man, like my little sister's dope as fuck. But I ruined that girl. But she's dope as fuck.
Yeah,
She's just too much like me.
gotcha.
That's the only bad thing about her. But outside of that, she's perfect.
Now, how many siblings do you have altogether?
Um, shit. How many do I have? Three brothers, two sisters.
And where do you fall in that?
Like somewhere like slap dab in the middle.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, I know you were talking about your older sister. What about your brothers?
Never really had a relationship with any of them.
Okay.
My oldest brother went to prison when I was young. My second oldest brother, he's just an extreme introvert.
Okay.
And my little brother, I was too busy chasing him off to actually enjoy his company and to get to know him.
Gotcha. Now, who's your support system right now?
The women in my family and my uncle.
Your uncle. Has your relationship with your mom gotten better?
No, it's the exact same.
Oh.
but
She's still the
but I
same. Okay.
understand her more now.
Okay. Okay.
Like she's just not an emotional person. Yes, she has emotions, yeah, but my mother feels as if what's the point of crying? What's the point of all of that other sentimental things when it doesn't help things get done? Formulate a plan, execute the plan, and be damned with everything else.
Gotcha.
Like, but how would you expect for her to go about change when she's been this way for 50 plus years?
Right. Right. No, I definitely understand, and it's probably something that she went through when she was younger that turned her into that person. You know.
I'm not gonna lie. That lady has went through hell and high water, and yet she still stands, and that's why I honor the ground that she walks on.
Okay. That's good. Okay, now that we got through that background information, I kind of definitely understand you better. Is there anything that's off limits?
Anything that's off limits.
Yes.
There would be.
Okay. What happened that night in
Whoa, now
2014?
that is off limits. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I was
um,
gonna ask it from your
what
perspective. What is your version of events?
my perspective?
Yes, from
Um,
June 2014.
um,
Was there anything that led up to that night where was there a lot going on? Were things going wrong? Did you?
honestly, so here's two things that I will say about that.
Okay.
One, I'm going back for evidentiary hearing. It's already been approved.
Okay.
So with that being open, there's certain details that I can't get into yet. What I will say is
Okay.
an extreme case of wrong place and wrong time.
Okay.
Not for self, but for the victim.
Mm-hmm.
That was an extreme case of wrong place, wrong time. And that's as far as I can speak on that.
Okay. And I respect that. Now, tell me about the process. You said arbitrary.
Arbitrary.
What did you say?
I said evidentiary.
Something. Okay, what is that?
Um, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't really don't know the legal terms and all that. Yet
So
I can have
what are
my
you
lawyer speak for me.
but what are you seeking?
I got my lawyer speak for me and explain it to you.
Okay, but what are you seeking? Are you seeking to have things overturned, something less
Yes,
intense? Okay.
yes. Yet what's more desirable is, hold on, wait. I say evidentiary hearing is basically where they bring the evidence to present forth to the judge whether or not my motion shall be granted for either a new trial or a reduction of sentence.
Okay. So you're either would
See,
you go
look, he
back in
wrong.
trial or you just want a reduction in sentence? What is your goal?
My ultimate goal is to get a reduction of sentence.
Okay.
And like, even though I have enough grounds that my case is good enough to get it overturned, I know the truth. God knows the truth,
Mm-hmm.
and I understand. So
Okay.
I really just take the reduction in sentence.
Gotcha. Now you had a chance to testify at your trial, yes?
You say what?
Did you testify at your trial?
Yes.
Okay. How was that? How did you prepare yourself for that?
I absolutely did not. I didn't know that I was
Why?
going
That's
to.
like your one moment to you just get up
Bruh,
there.
bruh, bruh. On my mother, I didn't know I was getting up there until like the lawyer was like, well, like it can't hurt you. Like she's like, and nobody's gonna know what took place if you don't say anything. I was like, I don't know about any of this. This doesn't sound like a good plan to me. And she was like, this is in your best interest. So I got up there and I was too damn smart.
So you don't feel like you
Like
had good
literally,
counsel?
like literally, like after like everything was said and done, one of the jurors wrote one of the jurors wrote me and said, if if we believe that if you weren't so intelligent, you could have been innocent.
Really? Wow.
And I've never heard no shit like that in my life.
That's crazy. It really is. Now, what were you saying? Were you just spitting facts, coming up with these
No, all right,
philosophies?
listen. All right, look. This is more so because you had a DNA analyst who got up there and was like, we believe for Mr. Wilson to be a possible contributor of this mixture of DNA, and it being anyone other than himself is 1 in 2,100. All right. Now, this is what the DNA analyst was saying to the prosecutor. My attorney was like, did you just hear what she said? I was like, yeah, DNA, 2,100 people, something. I don't know nothing about this shit. I'm lost.
Right.
So she was like, are you aware of how many people it is in Jacksonville? I was like, no, but I'm pretty sure it's more than 2,100. She was like, my point exactly. All right, cool. So now, when they put me on the stand, the damn prosecutor, she was like, how is it that your DNA, no, she's like, how is it that there's no DNA found anywhere else? There's no gun, like there's no fingerprints of DNA on the gun, anything from you. But your DNA could be excluded from everywhere else on the crime scene except for the victim's pocket. I was like, well, actually, your DNA analyst stated that I was a possible contributor to a mixture of DNA that she believed that I was a contributor of. So none of those words are positive identification. Also, it's over 400,000 men in Jacksonville, and 2,100 goes into 400,000, approximately 190 times. So it's 189 other suspects, according to a DNA analyst. And I think that's like where I fucked up at. They was like, oh, this bitch thought this shit out. And I really didn't. Like, oh, my mother, I didn't. I was like, damn, like, okay.
So you broke it down for them, and they got mad.
Yeah, it's like she's like, oh well, how? She's like, how convenient that after all this time. I was like, man, listen, man, I don't know who did it. It wasn't me. It was somebody else. She was like, who? I was like, shit. I was like, shit, the motherfucker who pointed y'all in the direction we're done. Maybe it was his ass. I don't know. Oh, how convenient that after you heard all this evidence against you and that there's no positive identification, yet the same evidence that could be attributed to you could be attributed to someone else. Now you say, oh, somebody else was there. Like, no, I just said it could be. I didn't say it was. Oh, man. They said, your ass too damn smart for your own good.
Okay. So were you nervous after you got off the stand? Did you feel like you did a good job? What were you
You
feeling?
say what? Off the stand?
No, after you got off the stand, after they, you got done with your testimony, you got off the stand.
I don't know.
How were you
I ain't
feeling?
gonna lie, like my attorney, like she was like, she looked at me, she was like, did you prepare that? I was like, no, I didn't. She was like, that was great answers. I was like, all right, cool. But where does that leave us? She was like, in the judge's hands. So she stood up and she tried to do like a judgment of acquittal right then and there. She was like, Your Honor, there has literally been no elements of armed robbery or first degree felonious murder have been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. She was like that, and those were her grounds for acquittal. Judge was like, yeah, no, we don't care. But
Now, when you heard
Yesterday, Wilson himself took the stand and told an interesting story in his own defense. He accused a roommate of killing Stuart Carson. Wilson testified that after arriving on West 27th Street, Stuart Carson asked about getting some drugs, and Wilson testified that he went to his apartment and his roommate came back down, and then the shooting happened minutes later. But obviously that wasn't enough to sway the jury.
she had a,
sentence, how did you feel?
you say who?
When you heard your sentence, how did you feel?
Now, from
Was it
I
like an out of
honestly, I was
body like experience? Like, no, this can't be happening.
no like honestly at first, like wow, it was like a clusterfuck of emotions. Because at first I was like scared shitless. Then I was like, fuck it,
Understandably,
it is.
yeah, definitely.
It's like then I was like, fuck it, it is what it is. Then I was like, man, suck my blah blah blah, and I don't know. Then I was like angry. Then I was like, I don't know, it was just a clusterfuck of emotions, bro. And like what really like brought me down was like I looked at my sister, bro. Like my mom, she was like tearing up a little bit, but my sister, like my sister had got up there and spoke on my behalf, and like oh he's a great guy, he's XYZ, and like I'm getting so angry at my sister while she's telling these people this, because I'm like, man, fuck that. That's for us, man. Like we know what kind of person I am. We know what's going on, man. Fuck them. They don't deserve your tears. They don't deserve none of this shit from you. And it made me mad because like I hurt my actions caused my mother, my sister, my daughter to be hurt. And that's what pissed me off. Like so ultimately I just became pissed, like mad at the world all over again. Because the one like the very few people who really know me, I I caused them to look at me differently and I caused them to be in pain. That fucked me up.
Now, after that, what time did you get to speak with them? Did you call them like right after?
No, kind of like went into like a little depression a little bit. And like my sister and my mom came in there and visited me afterwards.
Okay.
All right, like that following weekend.
And you were at Duval County Jail at this point?
Indeed.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like they were trying to be like smiling about it. I mean, not like about it, but like we
Yeah.
still love you. We're gonna be here. It doesn't matter. We're gonna do what we can to get you out. And I was just like, man, yeah, I hear you, bro. Fuck this.
Mhm. How long did it take you to come out of that depression or just have another outlook on everything? Like, how did your hope come back?
Mm. I'm not gonna lie, like, I put on a good show
Okay.
for like my family and stuff for like my first couple of years. Yet when I started getting to the Quran and studying Islam is when I really started accepting
Okay.
my situation, accepting my reality, accepting responsibility, and everything else is just like becoming motivated against to really live and come about the situation. So it's through Islam.
Through Islam. Okay. That's wonderful. Now, and you said, how did you get into Islam? Like, I know you said talked about your brothers and stuff. Did you meet people along the way that introduced you, or did you get into it yourself?
Oh, those brothers that we talk about, no, those are gang members. No, I've been a gang member since I was 13. Yeah, like that. Of course,
Okay,
that.
wait a minute. See, I didn't know that, or like, I'm just like,
I was a good gang banger.
You're a good game day.
Yeah, absolutely. Stand for the moral
What
principles
makes
there.
you a good gangbang?
I'm a good gang banger due to the fact that I know and I uphold our morals and our principles and our code and our creative conduct,
Okay.
and I don't abuse or oppress others. So therefore, I am a good gang banger.
Now, did that start in Virginia or did that start in Florida?
I was introduced
Mm-hmm.
in Virginia, but it started in Florida.
Okay. What gang are you in? Can you name the gang?
Can you name them?
I don't
That's the question.
know. What color? What color you got?
You gotta think about it. See, what was like my favorite color coming through school?
I want to say.
Like
Was it
I got
red?
always. You gotta
Oh,
know this,
was it
duh.
red? I don't remember. I
You
just
got
remember.
to know this.
I know the waves were on swim, and you always had like little gloves that you wore. That's about it.
Yeah, red. That's
Okay,
red.
okay. I got.
You
I'm
knew that was
following.
the
I'm
color.
following.
Yeah, so you be knowing. All red, all
Okay, I got you.
red.
But you're a good
A
game
proud
player.
member. Proud member.
A proud member. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that makes sense. So how does that tie into Islam? Are you allowed to do both? You got to pick a side?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Absolutely. Because, all right, look, this is just the facts of the matter. If you live by your laws and follow your creed, your oath, and you live accordingly, then you should never come into conflict with God's statutes and ordinances
Okay.
because they align. No oppression, be kind, be benevolent, protect your community. I mean, these are things that God decrees.
Okay. Well, I see you got a good balance there.
Indeed.
Definitely.
So sometimes you gotta fuck shit up in order to get order. But once you get it in order, you gotta maintain it.
Gotcha. And you mentioned your daughter as well. You only have one child, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How old is she now?
Mom's 13, she'll be 14.
She's 14. Oh, wow. Gotcha. Now, how do you stay in contact with her? Are you still helping parent her?
Not as I should, not as I would like. Yet I strive to.
Okay. That's something you can be working on.
Absolutely. From
Open up
like
that communication.
I know it's like, all right. Now when she's with my mother, oh, we have like the best of relations. But when she's with her mother, um, we're not the best of associates,
Gotcha.
and it's kind of like hard getting in contact. Yet, truth be told, I could try harder with her mother, and it's not all of her mother. So it would be me and my apprehensions toward her mother that would hinder that relationship.
Because even the way that situation was, there was a lot going on during that time, correct?
Indeed. Indeed.
Yes. So have you tried to repair that relationship?
With her mother?
Yes, with her mother.
Absolutely not.
Mm.
Absolutely not. And as the learned individual that I am now, I see how that probably has caused a strain on me and my daughter's relationship, or how my daughter looks at her mother or me.
Mm-hmm.
Because children are far from blind. And she probably, I don't know how she feels about it. I just know that when we do talk, she's not a last girl anymore. I can't tell her like a last girl. No matter how much I remember her being like just a pawn baby.
Mm-hmm. Because she's going to develop her own opinion, I'm sure. And I'm sure other people are telling your story, so definitely in this time, you should let her know some things.
And right before me and you went speaking today, I definitely did contact my mom and was like, she gets out of work now. When she gets out of school now, please, pull up and
Yeah.
speak with her. And I haven't got a response back yet, but that's unstable creatures for you.
Okay. Things take time. Things like that take time. You just gotta work on it, but don't ever give up.
I'm not gonna lie. One thing I can honestly say about me and her mother's relationship is it is 89% my fault. It's 89% my
Can
fault.
we raise that number
Getting
up a little bit more?
89, what the hold on time? She is definitely beyond a reasonable doubt 11% wrong. Beyond a
Okay, tell
reasonable
me
doubt.
why. Tell me
All
why.
right. It's like, nah, 89% of that is my fault because at one point in time, I was that girl's everything. Yet, me being the young, misguided individual that I was, I shitted everywhere in that relationship. And then,
Was she too young though?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so she wasn't emotionally developed enough to handle anything you had going on. Yes,
Absolutely not.
absolutely not. Explain.
I'm saying she wasn't emotionally adapt to handle it.
Okay, your daughter, same age, around.
Oh my God, can we please not go there? Jesus.
Hey,
Ooh, I was ready to
okay,
jump over the
but do
rail
you
just then.
see it? Do you see it from that angle?
Yeah, I almost jumped over the
Okay,
rail just
that's all
then.
I'm saying. So we might have to raise that 89% up.
Oh, oh,
Come on,
but, um, yeah, I
come
don't want
on.
to talk to you anymore.
I'm a journalist.
I thought this
That's
shit
what
got
I
too
said.
real too fast.
Look, you know how it is. I gotta ask the questions.
Yeah. Um,
But I ain't even going
with
hard. I'm not
no,
even
no,
going hard on you. I'm not even going hard on you. We
no, I'm
dance.
saying,
We
but
dancing a little bit.
no, we ain't gonna dance. Yeah. Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
I can definitely raise that up.
I appreciate that
Yeah,
because
yeah, I can.
okay.
I'm man enough to accept that,
Okay.
whether I like it or not. I'm gonna
Whether you
accept it.
like it or not, it's the truth, and that's it. No one can be mad at the truth.
She's still a fuck face.
Okay.
You're not gonna deny me that.
Okay. Say what
Yeah.
you gotta say. Is that I just needed that little
No, no, no,
acknowledgement.
no, 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 no. All I'm gonna say is we both could have definitely have tried harder to do better by our child.
Okay.
Our relationship aside, we could have we as a collective could have done better to make sure that our child had the emotional and mental support that she fully needed to be the most successful individual that she could possibly be. Yet,
But it's
you,
not too late. It's not too late.
yet, you were correct. You're right.
Mhm.
You're right.
I know. Like, did you ever doubt me?
Hey, woman. Hey, excuse me. Can we have a part two? Because the yard just closed.
The what just closed?
Woman, security check.
All right. So I guess it's gonna be part one. Y'all
Yes,
gotta
ma'am.
go.
Can we do part two like tomorrow or later on?
Sounds good. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Nurse Incarcerated. Please visit nurseincarcerated.com and also subscribe to the podcast so you won't miss out on any other episodes. As you can hear, Rob is excited to do a part 2, which will get into so much more things about his life in prison. He's been in there for 10 years now, so I have even more questions for him, especially about his daily life, different prisons that he has went to. So you don't want to miss out, and I'm going to keep it coming. Thank you so much. Bye.